You know what I don't understand? All you people who protest the oil sands as if it's some sort of global killer, as if it's going to single-handedly raise the temperature of the globe by a few degrees from all the greenhouse gases it causes. You have musicians, movie stars, there's websites dedicated to shutting it down, other countries labeling it as the tar sands and raving about how much pollution it causes. Even our own premier, Rachel Notley, labeling Alberta as Canada's dirty cousin because we produce dirty oil. Well, first off, tar is a synthetically produced substance, so let's clear that up. It's not the tar sand. And dirty oil, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to take a bath in any type of oil that comes out of the ground. It's all dirty. It all causes greenhouse gas on one level or another. But the main reason I don't get it is because none of you seem to be protesting oil production in general. What about all the other oil production across the globe? There are definitely worse places than the oil sands. It just doesn't make sense. The world creates 97 million barrels of oil per day. The oil sands is 2.3 million, and you all seem a little upset over this 2.3 million. That means there's another 94.7 million barrels of oil being produced daily across the globe. What about that? What, you think some unicorn just flies around and craps that out and it's squeaky clean? I don't think so. And the amount of greenhouse gas created by the oil sands is almost inconsequential on a global scale. The oil sands does 70 million tons of greenhouse gas a year. Ooh, 70 million tons. That does seem like a lot, and that's how some of these websites want you to see it. Well, the world does 45,000 megatons. Well, 45,000 megatons, that doesn't sound like that much. Well, how many tons are in a megaton? A million. A million tons are in a megaton. So that means the world does 45 billion tons of greenhouse gas and the oil sands does 70. The world, 45,000 megatons. The oil sands, 70 megatons. That's 0.15% of the world's greenhouse gas. That's it, 0.15%. Well, where does the other 99.85% of the world's greenhouse gases come from? Well, there's one industry that produces upwards of a third of the world's greenhouse gas. I'll give you a hint. It starts with C and ends in O. Coal-fired power plants. The 25 worst polluting coal power plants create upwards of 570 million tons of greenhouse gas. That's only 25 of them. There's thousands across the globe. The US alone has over 500. Canada has under 25, just so you know. There's one website that says 1,199 new coal plants are proposed globally. If each one of those were to create 2 million tons of greenhouse gases yearly, which probably isn't very hard to do, that would be an extra 2,398,000,000 tons of greenhouse gases added, just from new plants. That's not including ones that are already built. I'm not trying to say the oil sands doesn't cause greenhouse gas. Obviously it does. I'm not trying to get everybody to jump on this. Let's shut down coal because coal produces 44% of the world's electricity. But I'm just trying to open your eyes and make you realize that during these global times we need to prioritize to survive. There's bigger fish to fry than the oil sands. What do you think would make a bigger difference? Getting the coal industry to cut back 5 to 10% of their greenhouse gas? Or even shutting down the oil sands? 5 to 10% off the big coal industry would make such a bigger difference. There's high efficiency, low emission coal plants. They cause upwards of 20% less greenhouse gas than regular coal plants. I don't see anybody pushing for those. Natural gas power plants cause upwards of 50% less greenhouse gas than coal. What about that? And there's other things out there that are a lot worse. Google giant pile of garbage in the ocean. You Google it. You too can be a good Googleizer. That's scary. Priority, people. You know what that means? A thing regarded as more important than another thing. What do you think's priority here? Cutting back some of these big things or stopping the little tiny 0.15% world polluters? I don't know. Think about that. Anyways, comment, share, like, dislike. I don't care. And subscribe to see more things I don't understand.